Alright, here we are in the final stretch. We've just gotten our sword upgrade, so now Razia is with us. And she's going to make it so that we can slice through our enemies at maximum speed, which is very nice. As soon as we get into this room, we want to go ahead and ice up, and you can actually just start basic attacking, and it will be enough to kill almost everything. And then we'll just do that again in this room. They really want to let it sink in how powerful you are, so they just throw a bunch of enemies at you all at once. Reset checkpoint after that fight, because we have a clip coming up that we want to save up for. If you get out here fast enough, you can kill this shield guy as he's getting out of the ground, and you don't have to knock his shield away, which is nice. Break these vases, and that'll bring you up to 4. You can skip that last bird and just turn around here. Break these. Skip that pillar. Now we break these vases to get our last 2 energy. If you jump straight down there, you'll trigger a fight. You can actually jump around the fight trigger though by jumping here and then just casually walking over here. If you roll or jump, it seems like it has a higher chance of triggering, so try not to do either of those. This is where we're going to do our clip. It's not too difficult, you just need to alternate directions like I said before. So we'll go ahead and start working our way through here, and I got through in 4, which is pretty good. Sometimes it can take a little more. So practice that one a bit. Luckily there's a checkpoint right before it. After you get through, you're just going to jump at this angle, solidify that behind us, and then we can wall climb. And we can just move right on along here. Make sure to reset right here if you don't have energy. We can do a small skip on the rocks right here by wall running right there. If you don't have energy, reset. Sometimes, for some reason, you don't get high enough here, just jump backwards to get back up to the swinging pole. Make sure you don't switch memory here until after you jump. Otherwise, like even if it's in the beginning of your jumping animation, the prince will still just like stop in the middle of the jump animation so he can fall, and it's pretty annoying. These traps really aren't that as bad as they look once you get used to them. Jump to hit the wall button. We're going to hit this button first, jump, jump, and dash. Roll through the crowd. Wall run on that one. Then we're just going to get this lever. Delay your dash a little so you don't dash the people on the bottom floor. Roll through. and just move right on along. That's one nice thing about this game, is the last segment goes by very fast. It's very fast paced. You're not supposed to fall off right there. You're supposed to hop over this fence and dash, just like that. Jump and jump. There's a little skip we can do here. Line yourself up just left of center of this, or right, it doesn't matter. I guess the prince decided he wanted to be on the right. But you'll glitch onto this beam. So after that cutscene, we're just gonna come on over here. Now we're coming up on the last clip of the game, and unfortunately it is the easiest place in this game to soft lock. So we're going to kill a spawner and then a giant, and then we're going to blue orb duplication glitch off of them. We'll get a lot because the giants drop a ton when you kill them without using any powers. So we'll go ahead and see what that looks like. You see just how powerful we are now with that guy dying so quickly. Dupe. And we'll go ahead and get another one in just to be safe. Line yourself up between these two beams of the door. So basically, once we clip through, we will fall to our death, which will hit the load trigger to cause the floor to load in on the other side. So we'll rewind to the moment we got through, and then we'll get through again. How you can soft lock here is if you go through too far the first time, you'll hit the checkpoint without hitting the load trigger, which means that you will, the prince will enter the cutscene without the floor existing, and every time the cutscene ends, he will simply fall to and die, and there's just nothing you can do other than start the game over. So hopefully that doesn't happen to us. We're going to employ the usual strategy of moving back and forth while whirlwind, so wish me luck. Okay, so we're through. Rewind. Get some of your energy back. And just like that, we made it through just barely. So that's what that skip looks like. Obviously, you want to practice that a lot to make sure you don't soft lock. I've lost very good runs right there, and we are mere minutes from the end of the game. As you noticed, I reset right there for safety. These blades can spawn in an impossible pattern. I don't know what determines how they spawn, but every once in a while they can spawn in a way that you just cannot get through. So just reset checkpoint if that happens and cry a little. Just like with most axes, you wait on those to be coming towards the center, and then you jump. Here we are at the final climb. This is the most platforming intensive section of the game, but it has a really nice rhythm to it you can get into. So basically just take your time, pay attention, and don't do anything stupid, and you'll get through it just fine. Don't do anything stupid like that. And hope the game doesn't hate you. So as you saw, when I shut up and focused, I was able to get through there just fine. It's really not that bad. So here we're going to do our best to jump and dash constantly. Just be careful that you don't do that where you hop on top of enemies because it's slow. But you'll get up to the top here and start using the birds, and we've got one last skip coming up. Well, other than the final boss, we're going to shorten the final boss fight, but we've got one last platforming skip coming up right now. So after you skip this cutscene, roll directly to the right, wall run backwards, and I didn't get it. The positioning on this is a little touchy, but just after that diamond shape, right after you pass that, you want to jump and immediately dash. I still didn't get it. I'll go ahead and give it one more try before I reset checkpoint. So that's what it looks like. I'm not sure why the game is treating me so poorly today, but that trick really isn't as bad as I made it look. Usually you can get it on the first try. This is my favorite early dash of the game because of how preposterous it looks. Just skip like 3 platforms right there and you can't even see the thing you're dashing to. Stock up on an energy or 2 right here. Don't waste your time getting a bunch. It doesn't really matter that much. Then hop down this hallway toward your last unskippable cutscene. And if you have the upgrades, yeah, we have enough for Battle Rage here. You can go ahead and grab that, and that'll just let you one-shot things easier with basic attacks. So yeah, in a video or 2 ago I said, or I guess it was last video, I said we would get 5 upgrades at once. I was thinking of the old route. We only get 3 now. But yeah, just activate ice here and just start basic attacking. With that Battle Rage upgrade, we kill pretty much everything in 1 hit now. Go to the bird, and the platforming in this sequence isn't that bad, but as you saw there, I walked on air for a second because the thing hadn't come up yet. They try to make it look really fancy, and in doing so, they accidentally sacrifice some of the stability of the mechanics. So, for instance, we'll swing on a pole here in a bit, and it's kind of a nightmare, because sometimes you just won't grab the pole for absolutely no reason, and if you are stupid like me and you don't reset often, or you're out of rewinds, then you just have to do everything leading up to that point over again. It's very frustrating. Generally speaking, the key to hitting the swinging poles is to wait until the last second to jump. We haven't seen any yet, but we should have one coming up after this, I believe. Okay, so you see there's no bird, so we wait until the last second, and then we go. That's your key to know that a swinging pole is coming. If you're sliding down one of those and there are no birds, then you should wait until the last possible second to jump. Other than this one you go straight from a bird to a pole, and every great once in a while you just fall there. There's not really much you can do about it. I believe that was the last, yeah, that was the last bit of platforming. Now we just have to do this one last fight and then we'll be into the final battle. Alright, so here we are at the final boss. We do have a quick kill for this. It's a little bit difficult to pull off. Not too bad, mostly just because you're under the stress of being at the very end of the run. So to start off, we're going to come over here and do a full power charge attack. We want to kill all of the enemies except one, so we'll use ice here. You want to get up here just left of center of Ratosh, and as soon as he grumbles in his genie voice, we will kill the last guy, and then we will ready a full power charge attack. There it is. Ready your charge attack. As soon as his fist comes down, unleash it to the right. You'll see that we got his health all the way to half with that. Actually under half, which is key. That means that he's not going to let us damage him in phase 2, which is good because it saves time. We're going to use that trick again to skip phase 4 entirely and go straight to him being finished. So get another charge attack ready. This time, since we're skipping a phase, there's no time limit. You can kill all of these guys as quickly as you want. Now he's going to shoot 8 more of those spit thingies, and that's when things get a little intense. This next part of the quick kill is the hard part, and if you screw it up, you have to start the fight over from scratch, basically, or do phase 4, up to you. Generally, it's probably faster to do phase 4. Get a charge attack ready. Kill as many enemies as you can in 5 seconds. If it takes you longer than 5 seconds, then you've already lost. Attack 3 times and charge attack. Okay, you'll notice that left him just above a quarter health, so we're still in phase 3 technically. Now we're going to hit him with a full power charge attack, and that's going to take him straight to dead. Don't do your 4th attack as a basic, because the auto aim will hit him, and that will cancel the quick kill. You saw there I hit him, now he's dead. You could hear the bird spawn. You don't have to wait on him to move to jump to the bird. You can actually just roll and dash straight to it, and that's time. You end time as soon as the cutscene starts, and we have successfully speedrun the game. I hope the tutorial helps you. I hope you enjoy the game. If you have any questions, feel free to leave a comment, and I will get back to you as soon as I can. This is a nice little glitch where if you beat the boss while there are enemies left alive, they attack you during the cutscene. The prince's brother, who I don't know if we saw a single time during the run, technically since we skipped cutscenes, is dead. All the soldiers come back to life and everyone lives happily ever after. If you need extra angles on any of the tricks, feel free to look at any of my previous runs on this channel. I have 2 world records up on here that you can look at. Thanks for watching, everyone.